by ordinary standards and has a hypocritical mentality. Mahatma Gandhi was an empowering leader, not just because he empowered all the Indians on a salt march to correct the British rule, but also because he was a great personality who held high integrity and was a man of his words. Now let me tell you a story. This might be familiar for most of you, and this is also for people who tend to forget the message that you are going to gain from the story. So one day, a mother and a child approached Gandhi. The mother asks Gandhi to advise her son not to eat sugar because it's going to affect his diet and also for his growing tooth. But Gandhi says that you can approach me the next month. I can't say him that now. But hearing this, the mother gets angry because she's traveled a long distance and traveled for so long to meet him and just for this advice. But she's helpless and she has to follow his words. So she approaches him after a month ago. And this time, Gandhi sits and takes the child's little hands into his, and he looks into the eyes of his mother and says that your child is not going to eat sugar anymore. But hearing this child's mother was totally perplexed because why he didn't say this a month ago? Because she's taken all those pains just to visit him. And as a reply, Gandhi says that a month ago, even I used to eat sugar. When I do that, how can I ask the child not to? So this is where, if you want to make a change, you have to be the first to bring it first. Now this example clearly shows that Gandhi was one of the greatest examples of integrity we have seen in modern times. And there are many moving stories about his life that demonstrates the power of teaching this character trait by example. The politicians are not expected to be moral, and spiritual persons are not expected to be political. But the manner in which these two are closely intertwined in Gandhi's thoughts and actions made him unique. According to his autobiography, Gandhi's life was punctuated with experiences. In these situations, Gandhi's faith was tested to the point that the very meaning of his faith gained much sharper contours, and that, as a result, Gandhi's commitment to his faith became a matter of reflection and deliberation, leading to a deliberate commitment to make his subsequent course of action a manifestation of his faith, and over time, to live a life that bears witness to truth of faith. This is not, however, an application of a pre-existing dogma, but a creative process in which both Gandhi's faith and his self-understanding acquire great concreteness and clarity. The path he traveled is a path animated with faith, quest, but it remains as intensely personal journey, which has a significance only as an illustration, an example, an experiment with truth, and yet it is only because such lives are lived that others can follow their examples. It is this process, a quest made up of trials and commitments in which life is gradually shaped so as to become a perfect as witness as possible, to which Gandhi was fully committed. Even the most outspoken critics did not fail to acknowledge that as a man, he is most remarkable for making every day, perhaps every minute, every matter of reaching forward, for never settling in any one place in his long, intricate spiritual journey. It is for this reason that this day, till now, Gandhi remains a true role model for all of us. Now, what is the importance of integrity today? The world has entered into a time when integrity is now on the endangered list. There will be many attractive options that will lure you away, but never do things that you will not be proud of later in your life. Integrity is the basis of trust. This is the quality that shows through a person, even when the person is wearing a mask. Integrity is a divine attribute, and as such, only those who are living a godly life will find fulfillment and satisfaction in his life. Ultimately, that is what integrity is. Not a stubborn hold on what one feels is true, but a determinate streak to see that it is true and to know why it is true. To discover what proves untrue for the sake of a worldview that has integrity, that holds together, and that a self can take responsible pride in, because the reasons for it are all known, because the self is what worked through to them. Having integrity means being totally honest and truthful in every part of your life. By making the commitment to become a totally honest person, you will be doing more to ensure your success and happiness in life than anything else you can never do. Integrity is a value, like persistence, courage, and intelligence. Integrity is the ability to act in ways that are consistent with values, beliefs, and moral principles we claim to hold. It's about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, and about courage, honesty, and respect in one's daily interactions. Integrity is choosing courage over comfort, choosing what is right over what is fun, fast over easy, and choosing to practice our values rather than simply professing them. Integrity is not a conditional word. It doesn't blow in the mind or change with the weather. It is your inner image of yourself. And if you look in there and see a man who won't cheat, then you know he will never. The first principle which guided all his thoughts and activities in the complete unity and integrity of body, mind, and soul in the individual human being. He was never tired of saying that body should be controlled by mind and the mind by soul. But this control is not to be achieved by despising or neglecting either the body or the mind, or in the mystic exaltation of the soul by himself. He attached to physical health and well-being as much importance as plain and logical thinking or moral responsibility. He was one of the most logical and powerful writers, yet he was never tired of decrying an idle and purposeful playing with words and ideas and the deification of thought as such.